On today's episode of Let's Ask Questions We Already Know the Answers to, who's tired of me working on his caddy? Guys, I get it. And I promise you, there ain't nobody more tired of it than this guy. The thing is, there's only one way to get it out of the shop. We got to finish it. I know, right? Master the obvious over here. We got to get the car done so we can get it out of the shop and move on to things that we want to work on, like the guy hiding behind the truck right there. That's what's coming in next, and I'm super excited about it. But apparently, guys, I'm just not done getting my ass whipped by this guy yet. It's been a long time coming, as we know. We put off a lot of things, and that made the gripes stack up. And I don't know, this is episode 487, I think. But hopefully it'll last. You know what? No. I'm not going to call it yet. Hopefully it'll last. All we got to do is put the brake lines in. That's all. Which, if we were working on either one of these over here or anything outside, no problem. The problem is we're working on a 98 Cadillac Eldorado. Not known to be maintenance friendly, but guys, when she's legit, she's legit. So we got to get her done, right? So we're going to struggle through this a little bit. Hopefully it's not too bad because everything's cut to fit now. We got it test fitted last time, so we should do final assembly, bleed the brakes down, and then put in those sway bar links that we found broke. And I'm thinking that's it. Now, it's obviously going to be a little bit more work than, what it just took me to say that. But I'll say it. Hopefully not too much more, and I don't think it will be. So stick around and watch me eat my words. All right, so in case you guys forget where we left off, let's go this way. We got the lines, they're the intermediate ones, right? They and it includes that little guy right there. And this one that I had to make that we're about 85% sure is going to work. Now these lines actually go from the back of the car. This is like right under the door. And then they would go all the way up to there. But when we initially had this problem, I cut the lines somewhere around this region right in here and put some fittings on them, capped them off. So the lines from this point forward were good. This point back, we're rusted out. That's why we put these fittings on at the end of the last video after we screwed it up. And yeah, that's where we kind of left off. So when we had them kind of roughed in before, we started at this fitting here, which is this fitting here. And we had it laid out kind of next to the fuel lines and stuff that run that same trail there. So that's what we're going to do again. We'll put it in here. We're going to actually tuck it all the way in with all the little clamps and stuff. Line it up there. And once it's in, I'll show you guys how it all connects. So you guys remember when I said it's probably not going to be that bad. It's just, it's 4 connections is what I'm making. Maybe 6. I don't know. I was wrong, guys. Let me show you. So I did the math, and by that I mean I counted, and it's 6. It's 6 connections. So that being said, we are 1/6 of the way there. That's it, guys. I've been working on this for an embarrassing amount of time. I mean, I'm talking hours, all right? And This is the only connection we've made. Now, granted, that was a real pain in the ass because of the angle and all that. And then, so what I did, I think I showed you before, but I had, you know, this is not mount, it's supposed to be bolted like right, look at it, real good, right, you get it. You see the hole right there with the shadow? Yeah, that's where it's got to go. So I took it off to give some more room for that line to get connected, and that was a shit show. Because like I said before, there's nothing here, guys. You can't. There's really, yeah, it'll go up and down. That's it. And the great part is I got to put another line on the back of this one right here. It's a nice shadow, Chaz. Let's see if we can fix this problem. Does that help? Yeah. On the back of this guy here. So that should be pretty dope. And let me show you what else we're working with, because the hits just keep on coming. So the kit, I remember I said I had to reuse this line that I made like years and years ago. Not sure why I saved it, because it sucks. Basically these fittings, guys, this is the problem. This is the fitting it's supposed to be, right? Right, this guy that's just dancing around. Okay, all right. Don't piss me off. That guy. This one may look similar, but it's not. So, I mentioned before I might have to use these lines from what I cut off that was going up forward to make this line. And that's what we're going to do. I'll show you why. I'll show you where the problem lies. Hopefully you can hear me with this fan, because it's 4,000 degrees outside, and trying to keep it cool in here. We got it down to, it's like 81 in the shop, which ain't bad, because I think it's 97 and humid outside. I mean, it's terrible. So, yeah, I ain't shut it off is what I'm saying. So, see, it looks like it fits in there nice, right? But it doesn't. So you can... And you see the fitting moves in there. It's snugged all the way down. This is the same problem I had last time, and I should have known. I use these fittings, and it's the wrong pitch or something. So, yeah, it just all leaks out of there, right? I need that. Let me show you what we got here. This is how it's supposed to fit. See, nice. Nice. See this, guys? Well, let me run all the way down. There ain't nothing. That's how it's supposed to go. So that way it won't leak. What I'm gonna do is use these two fittings and make this line's not even right anyways. I made it work with the lines that I made, so it's actually going to be like 6 inches. Sorry, and 2.5. Yeah. All right, guys. Apparently I like you because I shut the fan off and I'm already like ready to melt over here. But I want to show you how to do a bubble flare. All right, it's a little different. Before we did the double flare, I showed you that. Now we're going for this guy, right? It's a little different here, right? It's kind of an outie instead of an innie, right? So we're gonna do that on this side. And look, I already got the fitting. Killing it over here. It's like before, a little go. So the big difference when you're setting it up, there's a couple of differences. Number one, this is what you use for double flare. Use this side for the bubble flare. DIN side. Din. Speaking of din, I'm getting a little hungry. So we're going to call it after we do this. But let's get her done. Why am I going to re-flare that? Wow. All right. So got her all in there correctly. Okay. With this guy, it's pretty much the same thing at this point, right? Put that there. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Snag her down a little bit. Not tight, not too much. You know, you want to. Operation 0, set everything to where it's supposed to be. Snug that thing down. Now you go to Operation 1, din. So there's two Operation 1. Well, there's actually 1, 2, 3, 4. There's like 5. But either way, the one that says din, D-I-N. And just like before, pull it, pull it, pull it, pull it. That looks good. All right, and that's all. There's only one operation for the bubble. Least amount used, unless you have a Cadillac. Got it. And guys, we nailed it. There it is. Nice little bubble flare. Matches this guy, and we're calling it good. All right, guys, like I said, I'm going to call it. I'm getting hungry, and I'm getting, more importantly, guys, I mean, I'll work through getting hungry. I mean, kinda. But I'm getting aggravated, you know? And when you get aggravated, you got to walk away. I actually just shot Jay a text, and I said, yo, if you ever have the urge to buy a Cadillac, fight it with everything you got. And he texted me back. He's like, this is coming from an Italian, right? So he called me. He's like, hey, you good? I said, yeah, I'm good, you know. Told him what we're dealing with and how, guys, it's embarrassing how long I've been working on these lines. I mean, more than usual embarrassing. I started on them and got the first one in place. That was like an hour and a half, guys, just to get it kind of, and then to get it started. I mean, I'm not kidding you, man. It was like another hour. And then I actually had to pull it out because I screwed the threads up because I was trying so many times and getting pissed off, right? I took it back out, and you know, when I was trying to get it, I actually had to like run a dye over it, you know, to clean it up, and then I still fought with it for another 15, 20 minutes for one end. But it's in. Now, what sucks, if I had to do over again, I'd have put this little guy here in first. So, yeah, this one that we just made, because that's going to be a tough one. But, hey, quick note, if you order one of these kits, I don't know if this was, but this line that I just made, which may or may not be the spec, it's to my spec because I already started chopping stuff up and moved it where I needed it. So it's going to work. Right? But, yeah, that is, that didn't come in the kit, and neither does these little proportioning valves. So if you're doing this kit, save your old proportioning valves. They're like 50-something bucks a piece. So it would suck to spend like $100 that you don't need to spend, you know, because typically they don't go bad. You usually replace these lines because they rust, and the valves aren't rusted. So there's that. And I threw that other little line I made away because I threw it somewhere. Maybe it went away. Because, yeah, I couldn't use those fittings. So luckily, if I didn't decide to like hack this thing the way I have and use the lines that I have from like right here, I wouldn't be able to do it. So I guess I made a good decision, completely on accident, to not use the front part of those lines. Cut them, flared them. Gonna connect them right there. So now I had the extra line and the right fittings to finish this up. So I'm all done for today. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Yeah. It ain't tomorrow. You guys know better, right? So that was Monday that I made that. It was Labor Day, right? Last time I was actually down here. You guys see outside? Yeah. It's well after midnight. I've been down here. That was Monday. This is Friday. Yeah. Because it was between 4,000 and 5,000 degrees all week. And I was already pissed off at this thing. So wasn't going to make it worse. Decided to take a break, try and, get my bearings about me. And then within 10 minutes of working on this car, yeah, I was right back there. So maybe I should. But I'll tell you, it's nice down here. Let's play weatherman for a minute. It's about 80 degrees. Not bad, at 1 o'clock in the morning. But, it's a dry heat today, so it's not bad. Anyway, I'm not a weatherman, so nobody cares. I've been down here since about 1 o'clock this afternoon, so about 12-hour day. So that's it's not great. Been on this creeper here, and my shoulders and back feel they're gonna fall apart. Yeah, it's been a rough one, guys. But I think we got it. I'm gonna take you under the car and show you what's taking so long, because this is just, guys, I can't even explain it. It's that bad. All right, so here we are. This is the back brake, right? Obviously, it hasn't been working for quite some time. Its whole life, actually. Anyway, this guy is the one we had in, the only one we had in the other day. We now have the one on the back side of this. I'll take you under the car because that's the only way you can even see it. But yeah, and we replaced this guy because the other one, we got to retap some things. So that's all good. This is nice and, not going nowhere. So let me bring it underneath here. So we're under the car, and this is the back of that on that block there. Guys, this was almost impossible to start. This is the one I said if you had to do it over again, I'd take this block out, put this on, and then put it in this. But everything was a pain in the ass. So it really doesn't matter what order you do it in, it's gonna suck. So we got this guy in finally. It's you can't get anything, guys. See, just to give you an idea of what's going on. This is what I've been working with. So I somehow got it started like this. I don't even know how. And then got the wrench up through here, kind of. And a 16th of a turn at a time. Probably not even that much. It was ridiculous. And then, I'll bring you over here a little bit. I got so much shit in my eyes and everything, it's unbelievable. So there's where that, can you see the proportionate valve? I don't even know. Where's that? Where are we at? There it is. There's the proportionate valve. Right there, right? This guy right here. Not flipping off. So the one up top wasn't bad. What I did, I put a socket on the back of this, and I actually was able to spin it. So that one started pretty easy. This guy right here, yeah. I said a lot of bad things trying to get that one going. We finally got it all done. Guys, this is the only connections. 4 connections were made. It took 12 hours today. I took a couple breaks. So then now I gotta finish up. See if I can tell you what's going on. They're kind of hanging there now, right? So let's see, get a little light on the subject. Oh, that's up right now. There you go. So yeah, they come down here. I gotta hide these up in here, and then eventually tie them in right where they end there, right in this region down there. We'll get there. I promise you guys, we will get there. but not today. All right. Said it's like after 1. I didn't do a lot of recording today because it would have been, like 10 hours of recording of me doing this, trying to start a friggin' line. All right. So very boring, very frustrating, very time consuming. Guys, so you guys know I'm an aircraft mechanic by trade. I'm actually a hydraulics specialist. That's like what I went to school for and what I did. So making lines, all that kind of stuff is no big deal. 23 years working on aircraft, I never had anything as frustrating as this car. So I don't know if they did all this stuff and then put the body on and then I don't know how it went. I promise you they didn't do that at the factory. They had a better way, and I just don't know what it is. So I'm terribly frustrated. So I don't want to give you any advice right now, but if I had to give you some advice, when my brother bought this car, he brought it in to see if somebody could fix the lines after that had happened. Then they quoted him like $3,000. That guy was light, because I'm gonna tell you what, I don't think you can pay me enough to do this again. All right. So before I say anything I may regret, I'm gonna go ahead and just shut the camera off, drink 6 or 7 beers. No, I'm not gonna do that, because tomorrow morning, guys, I got to ride. So we're gonna call on this, go up, shower, get some sleep, take the old road glide out in the morning, and forget about this guy. And I think I'll probably have my mind in the right place to come down here, tie these last couple lines in, convince somebody to bleed the brakes, and I don't know, see what else we got to fix on this guy. See you tomorrow. Next day, guys, back down to shop. Had a great ride today. We got up, well, not really that early, but I guess when you go to bed at like 3 o'clock in the morning, getting up at all is kind of early. So, met the guys, went on a nice ride around the county. Didn't make it back in time because, got a little wet. It's a little wet outside. So it's drying off now, but guys, we were toying with the rain all day, and I was less than a mile from the house. I was almost home, and it was terrible. I couldn't even see. It was terrible. But back safe and sound. Got all this stress just out of there, and we're going to finish this guy up. So if you remember, we got all the back lines in. We got everything snugged up back here. We just got to kind of fish them through a little bit and tie them into those lines in the front where I put those flares in. And guys, we should be ready to bleed brakes at that point in the game. So I'll get under there, I'll tie it all together, show you afterwards. There's not a lot of room under there, and I can't see nothing working on it. So afterwards, I'll show you what we got, and time will tell. Hopefully, the next clip you see is underneath the car all done and not me all pissed off. Only one way to find out. Keep watching. Well, what do you think, guys? The only thing hanging under the car anymore is that super dope flashlight right there that Kevin gave us. Let me bring it a little closer, see if I can show you guys what's going on. And you know it's getting good. When the zip ties come out, that's how you know you're getting close. Let's see, we'll show a light on this subject here. All right. It's not very easy to show underneath the car, but we're gonna give it the old college try. So here you go. We got this here is the e-brake. We might have broke that bolt off. Don't worry about that. And lines are all run, tucked up nice. Guys, look at that. I even got some of these little blocks put in there where they're supposed to go and all. We're approaching factory correct here, guys. Well, until you get to the zip ties and stuff. But that's fine. Don't worry about that. And see here, we got the runs here. I got the blue tape is just to tell me which line goes into which line up front. Otherwise, I'd be very confused. And here, there, spin around here. And the only thing we got left when it comes to these lines is right here. See, I told you I was going to keep them These things are still blocked off, so at any time I want to abort this terrible mission, I usually can. But they should tie in pretty good here. They're lined up pretty good. And yeah, so that's all we got left, guys. Everything else is all tied up, put away, and yeah. It's been a long time coming. And tell you what, guys, I think it might be just a little bit longer. So I say it's going to be a little bit longer because it's going to be a little bit longer. That's just how it goes. You know what? Today was a good day. You know, we went on a ride. We got our lines done. Everything seems to be buttoning up nice. And we don't want to ruin that, you know? So we're going to end on this high note and just say, you know what? We'll figure it out tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll come down. We'll tie the lines in. We'll get Megan and the kid, one of the two, maybe both, who knows? Come down here, help us bleed up the brakes. And at that point, we'll know, well, we'll know if we're going to continue to be happy or if we're going to be pissed off. I guess there's only one way to find out. And we're going to save that for tomorrow. Well, guys, I figured we'd change things up a little bit. You know, we're back under the car. I should just live under this thing at this point in the game. But look what we got here, guys. They're both tied in. This one looks a lot better than this one. Slight miscalculation where this bend comes in, and I should have cut it shorter. I wasn't about to take all of this off after routing it all. So we will figure out a way to make that look better, or we won't. I guess we'll figure that out. That's what I just said. Anyways, making sure things don't leak. We said there's fluid at both of these, just like there was before. So we tied it in, pumped the brakes up a little bit. I don't see any leaks back here. So everything's dry on the floor, and well, you're gonna take my word for it, everything else is dry too. So now we're just waiting on somebody to come down here and help me bleed these brakes. I'm not seeing nobody, guys. How about you? All right. We're recording here, so keep your pants on. It was a chair. All right. Bleeding brakes. Show what we got on the other side. We were gonna get the other side in case this didn't work and we lit the car on fire, but that's what's coming out of there. There's actually chunks of stuff in there. Pretty dope. All right. So, pump it and stuff. Hold it. Hold on. So hold it? Yep. How about now? Yep. Did it go down? I didn't feel it move at all. Pump it up. There's a whole bunch. Keep pumping. We got knots in it. Oh, I heard something there. You getting pressure now? I feel it building. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Wow, mad air, dude. Just no fluid was there. Go, go, go! Yeah, it's building. Hold it. Go. Oh, nice. That's on the floor. That's nice. Got a lot of air. Got a bunch of fluid. Pump it up. Pump, pump, pump it up. This shit growing in here, dog. Hold it. You're gonna be scrubbing this pig. Mm-hmm. On the floor. Go. Pump it up. Hold it. getting good pressure?
Yeah. After like the second pump, it's like very hard. On the floor.
Pump it up.
Holding. On the floor.
I'm hearing it there. That's good. So let me put this down for a second. Very important. Make sure you're filling up plenty of fluid. What you do? We're going to top it off just in case. Otherwise, you're just introducing air, and that's a bad day for everybody.
You're just working in a loop at that point.
Say again?
You're just working in a loop at that point. You
No,
put more in.
say again. I didn't say again.
I thought you didn't hear me.
I do this to Michael all the time.
Alright.
He always says, say again, so I say again. And he's like, what? Okay. Do this a couple more times, but I think we got most of the air out. Pump, pump, pump it up.
Hold it.
This one kind of an odd place.
Floor.
Any air that time. We'll go one more time.
Alright. Pump it up.
Yep.
Holding. Floor.
That's so 0 air out of that. All right. So, bring on this line. Oh well. All right. This will do the other ones. You want to record it or no?
It's kind of the same process, ain't it?
All right. We'll show you. Something major happens at this point in the game and it's not caught on film. It's his fault. Well, pretty uneventful for the rest of the brake bleed, so the kid lucked out on this one. All right. So, guys, for the first time since the kid owned this car, since after the first day my brother owned this car, it's got back brakes. I'm floored, you know what I'm saying? Because first off, it never should have been that much of a pain in the ass. But par for the course. So I feel good. I feel good about it. I'm glad it got done. I never want to do it again, but we're just gonna we're gonna move on, right? So what would I say? The only easy day was yesterday, right? So we got some front end stuff to take care of. I actually started messing with it. I'm gonna show you what's up and show you why these parts guys, man, not the guys, the companies that are making this repop stuff. I'll show you. You'll understand better than if I just rant about it. All right, guys, so I found this while I was contemplating, like, changing the lines that went all the way up in there and to the abyss. I saw this. This is the sway bar link. It's no longer linking. Should be part of that. So, not bad. 20 bucks per side. We changed them both. Well, we got them both. We changed the other side already. I'll show you that in a minute. We want to do it off camera in case I screwed it up and didn't want to do it or something, right? That's that's how we do it here. Anyway, let me show you over here what's going on. So we got two of them, like I said, right? Here's one. Here's the other. Guys, look at the boxes. Okay? Clearly this one's a little fatter, a little shorter. Not that there's anything wrong with that, all right? But, yeah, this is what we're working with here. Look. Obviously not the same box. Same part number. Notice, guys, also, same manufacturer. So, same manufacturer, same part number. Different boxes. Oh, that's no big deal, right, Chaz? What are you making a big deal about? Well, let me show you. I forgot my light. Now I gotta go back. Why am I talking like this? I don't know. We got it. So, now that we're all blind, all right. This guy here. Here it is down here, right? That's the back of it. There's the mounting, right? Here's the other one that came. There's the back of it, clearly different. And hold on, hold. It's also got different hardware on it. Different size, so not only different, but also different size. And that one over there, some cheesy, I don't know, not very good nuts. Right? So that's a 17 millimeter. This is a 15 millimeter that goes on this one. And look at the back of it. You know, stop it from breaking loose. So, can anybody explain to me why the same manufacturer of the same part number for the same car and all that is different? Oh, and also the other ones have right angles. These are straight out, so another difference. Guys, this is why we get aggravated, and this is why I probably should have went with Rock Auto and bought the AC Delco, but I bought whatever this is because it was right here. And, well, oh, another fun fact. See the old ones. You got this little, oh, this one doesn't have it, so never mind. Well, this is the original, I think, yeah. So, see, it's got the, there it is. Little Allen key you can put in there to stop this whole thing from spinning. Yeah. These don't have that. This has a dimple that makes you think it's got an Allen key in it, but it doesn't. So you got to impact it on and hope for the best. Which is what we did on the other side. It worked. Hopefully it works over here. If I had this to do over again, guys, I would wait, not buy that hokey brand, and I would get the AC Delco from Rock Auto and wait a couple days. Because I bought those things about 2 weeks ago thinking this was going to be done. Man, was I wrong. Yo, everything's coming up aces today. We got the brake lines all tied in. We got the brake split. Guys, we got back brakes in this car. I mean, theoretically. We haven't tested them yet, all right? But then we got the front end done, right? We took care of those sway bar links. We put the better one on this side. That's, I don't understand. This one here was definitely better quality. So, I don't know, what was that name? Let me look at the name. I got to step up their game, dog. I'm going to tell you what we got here. Drive Works. Do better. Well, do the one like this side. Then that'll be better because the other one sucks. Got a couple little things left to button up. We got to put all the little plastic trim back in here, and I almost forgot from the front. Like when we started this whole evolution on the alternator, I got to put that back together. I'm gonna clean all the rust off of these rotors so they look new, since how they have 0 stops on them so far. And We're gonna give a once over underneath, make sure all the lines are running good and all that. We're gonna do that all tomorrow because it's raining out here, raining pretty good, and we're about to have. It's looking treacherous. You know what I'm saying? So I figure a steel building is probably not a good place to be. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. All right, guys, next morning, and obviously things look a lot different. I cleaned the back rotors up. I put all the plastic trim back in the wheel well, the whole front piece, which I forgot how much we really took apart on this thing, right? Well, I was at it. I didn't really rotate the tires because they were off, but I kind of did. And this is what we're working with, right? She's ready to go. I found a little bit of rust. So up in this wheel well, I don't know if you can see it, but we treated it with some neutralizer. We knocked the rust out of there, neutralized it, coated it. It shouldn't get any worse. That's kind of the plan there. And when I went to put the battery in, this was all rusted up, and that's an option. Yeah, that's what's up. So I cleaned all the rust out here, kind of wire wheeled it, and undercoated it. And I think she's finally done being tacky. Yeah, looks like it. All right. So we'll put the battery back in. Where's that at? Oh, it's like way over there on the charger. And then we'll take this thing for a ride and finally test out all the work we've done on this thing. It's been in here for a while, so yeah, definitely time to drive her. All right, guys, here we go. See this all works out for us. You've got to be kidding me. I had this thing on the charger up until last night, and it's a new battery. This is how everything in this car is gone. So why would I expect anything different? All right, guys, so we hooked up our handy dandy Harbor Freight charger / kind of jump pack thing, and it's got it. It's right there. It worked. Car started. I think this is the problem with this battery. Not sure though. We do have the original interstate one over there, so we might be swapping this out. But we got to figure something out right away. Tested our alternator, and it's working, right? Because it's running. So we got here 14.5 volts. So that's working. Not sure why that guy's still on, but maybe got to drive it around a little bit or something. So let's do that. Tires are grippy. Sounds good though. Yeah. But, for all the stuff we changed, guys, I kind of forgot everything we changed, but it wasn't an awful lot. We did the alternator and the alternator belt, which are clearly working as advertised. That's probably pretty trippy, but anyways, what else we do? We put the valve cover gasket in there, and that was. Well, that was a pain in the ass. Everything was a pain in the ass. Service engine soon. Sweet. That's pretty dope. That happens a lot from the gas cap or something. It's a known thing on this car. See, the brakes work. Yeah, works good. Just feels exactly the same as it did before, so hopefully I didn't waste a whole bunch of time. What else did we do here? Goes on the road nice and straight. We changed that sway bar links, which there was a rattle in the front end. Seems to be gone now. Probably that was it. If you guys remember what that looked like. Well, of course the brakes, which doesn't seem to be shutting this light off on the dash, so that kind of pisses me off. I'm not gonna lie, guys. That's one of the main reasons I was doing it, because I don't like seeing lights on the dash. And on top of that, I mean, it wouldn't really pass inspection. I mean, there's no, not that wouldn't really. It wouldn't. It's just that simple. Which maybe why there's historic tags on it. Because it doesn't require inspection. And it's a prehistoric car, Cadillac, come on, you know. But truth of the matter is, guys, and this is being about as real as you can get, mechanics will always have just the sketchiest cars. That's just how it works. Because you know you can get away with it. You know what I mean? Like, you ever go to an electrician's house? There's a lot of stuff half done there too. You know, that's just how this goes. Carpenter, yeah, same thing. Always something going on. Whatever it might be. And I say this having all of the following, all of the above in my family. So, yeah, that's how I know this. And that's just how it is. And if you don't believe me, then I don't know, don't believe me, but you're lying to yourself. Just saying. All right, we're creeping back up on the house here. Goes down the road good. Everything seems to be working. We're gonna let this battery charge up a little bit, I think, and hopefully this brake light goes out. I really don't understand it, and it's really starting to piss me off the more I look at it. So before I start cursing at this camera here, we're gonna go ahead. Well, we're gonna pull the driveway first. All right, and we're gonna go ahead and shut her down and try and figure this out. Probably gonna just toss this freaking battery, because if you guys remember, this is the one I bought just to get this thing on the trailer. $200. Yeah, really well spent. Thanks a lot, AutoZone, for continuing to suck at everything you do. And I'm gonna go ahead and put the what the hell is that other one? That interstate one back in, because it's holding the charge. And the one that's, oh, why don't we just go down? Went from 14.5 to 14.3. Clearly it's still charging, but that's just kind of weird. Maybe it's catching, I don't know. We'll figure it out, guys. All right, guys, not to worry, you know, we got everything figured out. So we started off with the battery. You see, we got it fixed there. We got the green top back in, right? The interstate. Let's just, I don't want to go into the whole thing. Let's just say that one I've had in there for a couple hours. I've been reading it. It's staying good. The other one's trash, and we'll have a conversation with the guy at the store about that, because I'm not putting it back in here for obvious reasons. All the fluids topped off. Everything under here is legit, with the exception of one thing. We had that light, right? The brake light that was on, been on the whole time we've had the car. I chalked it up to the back brakes, because, you know, when you get that feeling, right, that's called guilt, because you know something's bad. Wasn't it? And I should have known this, but right here we get the master cylinder. There's a little switch that goes in here, right? This little, here's your connector. That kind of clips in there. That's your brake fluid level switch. It basically just tells you how much fluid's in your master cylinder. Probably a good thing, right? Your brake light will come on, and this one will tell you to service it, right? Most cars don't have that little message sensor of this, most cars of this era anyways, don't have that message sensor. It's a little Cadillac stuff, you know. But usually that brake light's on, the first thing you do is check your fluid. And if your fluid's good, look at this little guy. This is your switch. It's about 10 bucks. It's 2 prongs in there. Kind of clips in, no big deal. The problem is, ain't nobody carried them. They're all like, oh, we sell them with the master cylinder. So I'm not putting in the master cylinder. I've already played that game, and that's how we got this problem. So yet another part we bought brand new that came to us defective. Just like the coolant reservoir, and just like those sway bar links that are clearly one's inferior to the other. This is the problem that continues to happen. So I don't know the answer, guys. I'm gonna keep trying to source parts from better places, I guess. Sometimes you get stuck with what's open, and if you're in a pinch, we'll go into that later. This video is long enough. You don't want to hear me ramble. Let's just say the car is 100% legit. We got one upgrade on it, guys. It's just that switch, which is ordered off of Amazon. Should be here tomorrow, next day. We'll throw that in when it gets here. Take 3 seconds, and we're done. All right? So, this has been a long time coming. You guys watched a bunch of videos of all the stuff I did on this car. I know a lot of it was not the most exciting thing in the world. I know a lot of it was very frustrating to me. But, see the list behind me, guys. There's only 3 things left on there. The kid's taking care of all 3 of them. I'm not washing this thing. I'm not waxing this thing. I'm not doing none of that. He can figure it out. So, we're going to end that here. That's it, guys. Hopefully, you didn't hate this too much. Hopefully, as much as I did. But, you know all the YouTube stuff, guys. Like, share, subscribe, ring the bell, tell a friend. And, Andrew, when you're driving this thing, you got brakes now, all right? So under 100 between the fences, all right? Thanks for watching, guys.